we've got a little surprise for you. It's a couple days before Thanksgiving here in Minnesota, and we had a little warm day. So we're gonna try and take the bus out, see how it warms up, all that stuff. And we've got the Beast, Coco, say hi. And we've got Lucy. She's home from school. She's not really sick, she just had an earache. So she's gonna go out with us, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
Wasting time again. So day by day, I will move on.
So last night we took the bus out, and well, first it's November here in Minnesota, which means it's generally getting colder, which means I'm learning new things about my bus in the winter. Now it's show you real quick. It's not snowing yet, but last night it was definitely in the 30s. Towards the later evening, when I really noticed this condition, it was in the 20s for sure. So we went about 90 miles away to see a hockey team. We have some junior hockey players staying with us. They are, I don't know if you can see them there. They're over there cleaning out their car now. But so last night decided, hey, family and I, we will go and we'll take the bus down there. Kids can play and relax on the way down, and then the game is gonna get over late, so you know they can just sleep in the bus. No big deal. They won't be crabby this morning, all that sort of stuff. So we're driving down, and I'm noticing that the temperature gauge isn't really reaching much above 140, 145. And you know, I've read that that's not good, that these Detroit two-strokes really need to be running at about 180, 190, somewhere in there. And to promote good fuel burn, so you don't get the washout condition where the diesel actually goes down the cylinder wall, stripping oil, and that just leads to bad stuff. Now, diesel is a light oil, so that's not as detrimental, let's say, as gasoline, but it's still not good. Scored piston liners, all kinds of problems, premature engine failure, stuff I really don't want to deal with right now. So, we went, yeah, we made that trip, and I noticed the heat wasn't great. I remember when I picked this bus up first, it was in late March, and it was still pretty cold here. We would still have freezing temperatures, but I remember the heat just blasted me out. So I'm not sure exactly what changed. I have to give a shout out to the people on the bus conversions, bus online conversions, whatever. There's a great forum out there if anybody's doing this. Really recommend it. They've been answering a couple questions about this, which prompted me, hey, I'm gonna do a video for them and for anyone else. So they suggested I investigate the there's a, they call it a Shutterstat, that controls whether those shutters open or close. I'm gonna look at that and see whatever I can figure out. Okay, so I stopped here just at a parking lot because my temperature was getting up there a little bit, and I want to check and see if the doors are opening like they should or what's going on. So let's go back and check it out. Looks like the doors are still closed. Come on, girl. Come on. It's time to come up. Yeah, we're gonna be going here again soon. So what I've done is, it's weird not to look at myself. I have to look at the camera part because I'm recording on my phone. So what I've done is I tightened up that little adjustment screw knob, winger dinger, and I noticed that the louvers relaxed after a period of time. I'm guessing that's when the air naturally leaks out of the cylinder and it releases. So I'm gonna try. Oh geez, look at this. I don't know if you can see here. I'm gonna try and do it while I'm. Yeah, the air. It's already dropped down considerably more than it should be. So I don't know. It seems like it's either working. It seems like, yeah, the louvers are either completely closed or they are completely open. They're supposed to adjust as you're driving, I believe. So, I don't know. Although I am just chilling here. I'm gonna drive it on the road here for a little bit and then stop off and make another adjustment and see what happens. All right, we're about to go onto a 4-lane highway, and Coco here, every time I leave the bus, she gets so worked up. She thinks I'm gonna leave her forever. Coco, am I gonna leave you forever? No, I'm not. I'll be right back. But, here, let's switch. Can we do this live? We can't do it live. I'll have to switch. So, temp here has dropped to, I don't know, whatever halfway between 145 and 190 is. Half of 45, I guess. I can't math right now, but that's lower than it needs to be. So I'm gonna go adjust the dingus and we'll drive a little bit more. Coco, come on. Move. Come on. No, not up. Oh, just stay. No. Come on. No. Go lay down. Stay. So I turned that little knob and the louvers shut right up. I'm gonna assume the one on the other side did too. So let's take her for a little more drive and see what happens. All right, so after, I don't know, 3-4 miles back, I'm back at home and the temp seemed to be climbing uncontrollably as far as I can tell past 190. Now, I didn't really ever get much past this. Had it, I would have pulled over immediately. You know, if it, so here like 200, 210 is getting real sketch. So, but I was just kind of coasting into down my neighborhood road here, so I didn't worry about it too much. But let's go take a look at the situation in back. Austin, you got to be in the video.
Potatoes. Gonna throw it at you.
Ow, no. It is December 3rd in Minnesota.
And it's depressing.
It is surprisingly not cold. So we are doing some bus work. Why not?
Yawn.
I've got Austin on staining duty. He's not happy about it,
Then
but
what am I doing?
and I've got Levi also on staining duty.
It's stuck. Hi.
He's a pro, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
So, yeah. Look at him.
I'm polka dot.
He's turning polka dot. Austin, don't.
I'm going
Just,
to.
come on. Just wipe that off. Wipe it down.
I'm going.
We are, Austin. Come on. That does not come off very easy.
Oopsie.
You might be going to school looking like that.
Oh no.
All right.
They were right.
I offered him gloves, but they were too big. Here's some that are already done. I need to, there's a little bit of wet spots on it. There's going to be cupboard doors over this, and obviously they're pretty dark, so we're not going to be able to see some of the crud in there too much. Or, you know, my cheap pine that I used. But we got oak faces, so there's another one. I'm actually thinking about building like an add-on piece on the bottom here with some lighting and other small things just to finish off the bottom of this, the way it's gonna look. Just kind of trying to build everything as modular as I can. We can do, we'll look and see what it looks like in the bus right now. With everything pulled out. It's weird because it's kind of a step, it feels like it's a step backwards, but so basically the cabinets, I don't know if I went over how these attach, but really this was kind of a complete happy accident. I'm a big Bob Ross fan. So they attach here, the face frames actually go over this and cover it perfectly. And then I attach to this rail, and this rail is attached to the framing. And then I have had to cut some reliefs in the cabinets to make room around the supports there. But what's really nice here is basically, if at any point post-construction, if I want to get back out here to update some wiring or something, all I gotta do is pull down the cabinets and they're all just screwed in there. You can screw right into here. And so the real happy accident part of this is the bottom of the cabinets, they end right here. So they end up going flush with this. I swear to God, I did not plan that. The only place where it doesn't right now is here, but that's because, I don't know if you can see here, see the distance between the bottom of that rail and the window here and the window here, it gets shorter. I somehow screwed up. I screwed up here, so basically this thing is taller or something. I don't know exactly what I did, but I did play around with some indirect lighting stuff. There's one piece up here. Let's see if we can, yeah, there's one piece. So it's a piece of 24 volt LED strip. I need to get a dimmer on it. It's a little bit bright. So, but it was really nice when we were driving a couple weeks ago. So, yeah. The other things we're going to be doing is, I've got part of a cabinet built. So we're going to do more cabinetry in here, in all the bunks. Basically a full-length cabinet there. Pretty much almost the same like what's up there. So the kids can store some clothes, some books, computer, whatever. And it's not going to take up a ton of room. When they sleep, you know, it's, it would go kind of under their shoulder. They'll be fine. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to build a, I'm going to build some kind of little platform, or not platform, but a half wall right here to give them a little bit extra privacy. So it'll be kind of more like a, I don't know, one of those Japanese mini hotel rooms. At least that's my goal. So the angle on this camera is not very wide, so it's hard to show everything. But so picture this: you got a wall there, cabinet here, and then I'm gonna have a cabinet on the back side, and that one might even be a little bit taller. My thought there is they can put their, maybe it puts their even, you know, put their suitcase on it, tool utility storage. Eventually, of course, it's going to be a shower. I really like this because I think this can be some natural light. Did I lose my workers? I think I did. Oh, there's one. No cabinet in the shower, though. No cabinet in the shower. So, yeah, dinette here. Oh boy, the couches. Boy, I tried repairing some of it. We bought these for like $50 on Craigslist, so I'm not into them all that much. I mean, it's nice leather, not the crap bonded leather. But the previous owner had some dogs, little dogs that jumped up and off in there all the time, and it really kind of trashed them. This isn't too bad, but you can see kind of what it did to it. I'm really thinking about just, the missus and I have been thinking about a full RV furniture set where you get a matched captain chair, passenger chair, another chair, couch, and then a dinette. I think that'll really change things. Shout out to Chief's Prevo channel too. The way I'm going to do my windows are very much inspired by what he did. I plan on using the IKEA blinds, cellular blinds. It's going to be nice. The cabinets up here, I'm going to stain these in place because, stain and finish them in place because the way they are, they're not really easy to take in and out. They were kind of built in place because of how custom they were and just goofy. So that is what it is. And that's all I have. I rest my case, Your Honor. Let's go check on the boys. We lost one.
Yeah, he went inside.
He went inside.
Yeah, he wants to get the stuff off his hands.
Well, that's not going to happen without the special chemicals.
He loves twisters.
What? He's staining the driveway. Listen, that thing was full, and I'm gonna have to step in here. All right, you doing good?
Hey, I'm a good boy.
So I checked. I just took this out for a test run. At the time, I had this thing cranked open. Right now, it's closed. I'll tell you why. So my temperature gauge up front was reading about close to 200. I checked the infrared thermometer here, showed this at about 210, 200, depending on where I got it. The Shutterstat here was showing about 185, 190, and if you can see on there, it says, I don't know if you can read that. I can anyway. It says that is 180. That is a 180 degree Shutterstat, which means that should be tripping at 180. It was not. So yeah, that's where I'm at here. As always, Coco came along for the ride, didn't you, girl? Yeah, of course she did. She likes coming for a ride. So I want to get that figured out. You know, we've been talking about a lot. We're going to be taking a big old trip to Texas here for spring break, and I'd like this to get up to temp well and hold the temp properly while we're driving. So yeah, that's I wonder if there's enough air pressure. Probably. Yeah, hear it? Yep. Did you hear that? Yep. So there they just shut. So there's a Detroit diesel shop just down the road from me. I plan on taking it there. I've looked online. I can't really find Shutterstats, and to tell you the truth, I even tried wrenching on this a little bit. I don't feel comfortable taking it off. I'd rather have some experts do it who know what they're doing. So that's where we're at. Winter has arrived. And I have a snowcat. This is Tim, our snowcat. Say hi, Tim. He loves being outside, as you can tell. He sleeps inside, too, but... Anyway, I got this. in the mail. I managed to pull off this little angle dingus and this angle dingus, wrapped it all in Teflon. I tested this Shutterstat in water this morning. Worked great. I pulled off the ear lines here. So how do I need to do this here? I think I have these mixed up a little bit. Yeah, I do. Or I think. I might have to adjust which way these nipples or whatever they are going once I get it in there. But this is just hand tight right now. So my plan is to basically see a little bit of antifreeze will come out. So my plan is basically pop it out, pop this one in as soon as I can. Any little bubbles should travel up there into the radiator somewhere, and then hopefully go out of the cooling tank up there. All right, one. Oh. Just like at the doctor, I don't like to do it on the count of 3. Oh, my Teflon tape came off. I must have done it on the wrong side, but I would estimate what? Tablespoon came out? I think that's fine. Actually, I'll grab the phone here. So this is the old one. Nice thing is it looks pretty similar. The insides look a little bit different. Canada. Anyway. So I'm going to tighten this up and I don't know, maybe, I know it's cold out, but why not? We might fire the bus up today. Alright, here we are, all plumbed in, ready to go. Let's see if we can fire it up and test it. She doesn't really like to start up in the cold, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, I turned on the breaker. Should have, or the main, yeah, I got light, I got power back here. Engine run. Oh, there she goes. Alright. We'll see. I usually have to, I have to do a couple cycles of starting. It's like 20 degrees right now.